Someone turned the entire steel front end into a tilt front end. Hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the video series. Ooh, actually this might be the first one. I don't know how I'm going to lay it out. But I thought I'd start with, a boring old 70 six-pack Superbee, that old chestnut. And sitting next to it is a 70 six-pack Roadrunner. And you're like, Ryan, that's crazy. Who would have put a six-pack Superbee in a farm field? But, can you see? Oh yeah, there it is. You can see the V. So, we are legitimately in a farm field looking at a few Mopars. Me and my friend Seth is here, and he's going to help me out in a few different cases. But yeah, this is also a real six-pack 70 Roadrunner. If you can see, yeah, there you go, V. And for 1970, the V and the VIN number, 5th digit, means it is a six-pack car. No engine or transmission in either of these right now. But yeah, and let's just say there's a few more cars to go. 68 Charger, I believe it's an RT, right? No, 68. I thought it said 68. 68 Charger RT. Another 69 Charger RT. And we've gone through this with the owner, Rich, and he laid out what everything's here. So I'm not going to show every single VIN number. But then there's cars like this, 68 Charger RT, that's complete. And then this is neat. Me and Seth didn't even realize this is another six-pack, 4-speed Superbee. And watch what he's going to do real quick. I mean, you can see it from the fender line, but we didn't notice it the first time we were here. It's pretty crazy. Someone turned the entire steel front end into a tilt front end. And they left it. See, it's original yellow car. But it is a real six-pack 4-speed B with a tilt front end. That old chestnut. Walking up the row is a 70 Charger RT with a luggage rack, Limelight or Sublime. Limelight's Plymouth, Sublime is Dodge. I think this is just a U-code car from what I remember. Yeah, it's a U-code, so it's a 440 air-conditioned power disc brake Charger RT. 71 Charger of some form. This one's a cool one. Seth just told me about. 68 Charger, 3-3 4-speed car. Reminds me of General Mayhem when they first got it. Another Charger. And another Charger. I think this was a 69 Roadrunner. 70 Roadrunner. Is this the pink one? The pink one's the other side. Yeah, we'll show you that in a minute. But yeah, pretty cool. It's also got some GLHSs and Shelbys and Chargers. I want to show you these two cars here. Why is this not working right? What the heck? This was probably some of my very earliest drone footage, and I actually cut out a whole bunch of it because there's a lot of movements of scenes and a lot of wiggle, and I may have crashed into a tree or two, but I wanted you guys to get a real good look at everything that was in this row, because like I said, this had some of the coolest cars, the Charger RTs, the Superbees. I wish I'd had more time because there's a whole nother part of the yard that I documented that I just never got around to it. The field just was so immense, and the time required it wasn't there. Also, it was really overgrown on the other side, so we skipped it. But with this row of the B-Bodies, I mean, you can't go wrong with getting good views. You can see the far field over here is the stuff that's that wasn't documented fully, unfortunately. But I really wanted to get the Superbee and the Chargers in before I lost light because it was getting later in the day. You can see from the shadows that the sun was already setting, and that definitely was cutting down on our shooting time. Because when we were there the first time, you'll see in the pictures that, I mean, yes, we got an idea of what was there, but with all the overgrowth, with all of the weeds and learning how to fly the drone, it just, it really didn't work out as well as we had hoped timeline wise. So we did what we could do and document the really important ones. I mean, there wasn't really any like 71 Charger RTs. There was maybe a few 71 Roadrunners over in that field, but we concentrated on the main muscle car part, even though my first car was almost a 71 Roadrunner. So definitely has a special place in my heart. But I'll show you here in a minute some of the pictures that we took from there real quick on the first adventure. And these are just a little bit of a close-up look at the cars from this last section of the yard that we were able to go through. You know, the 70 Six-Pack Superbee, the yellow one. Well, actually, technically, they're both yellow. The 70 Six-Pack Roadrunner, or six-barrel. You know, the 68 Charger RT, the 69 Charger RT. Just a little bit of a closer look at what kind of condition they were in. And these were more cars that were rescued either from like R&R Salvage, or they were rescued from local junkyards or local parts dealers. They all had been rescued and put in this field just temporarily because the owner, which you'll see in a future video, has a restoration shop that they work on. So a lot of these cars, especially the tilt front end Superbee, will probably be restored, but I really hope that they leave that tilt front end on it because that is just so cool. It is solid steel. You can see the entire thing is just, they took a 70 Superbee front end and welded it all together. That's what blew me and Seth's minds. When Seth goes, hey, watch this, and the front end tilted forward, it was so funny. This is some of the 71 and up B-Body stuff and a few of the earlier pieces that were sitting in that far field that we didn't give it a real chance to document, but I wanted to at least show that there was a lot more stuff out there to document some old race cars, that the time ran out and we did exactly what we could in the time allotted, which I think was still quite a bit.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video from my friend's field. This is the last video from the field, and I thought I would, showcase that really cool 70 six-pack Superbee with the tilt front end and the two, Charger RTs. Nice way to end that video series. There will be another video series from the rest of the owner's property, but I'll do that in a future series, probably in November or December. Right now, I'm going to start September, and I'm going to do cool videos every week. So like this one will be the Superbee six-pack tilt front end one. Next week will be, I think, the Hemi Superbee video. Then my friend's Camaro yard video. I'm not sure on number 4, so it'll be a surprise. But I hope you all enjoyed them. I got some bad news, unfortunately. My blue Challenger right here, unfortunately, at 266,000 miles, has started making some bad noises from the top of the engine. Pretty sure number 6 lifter has left the building or it's on its way out. And the transmission started slipping on the 11-hour adventure through Wisconsin, Iowa, Illinois, then back to Wisconsin. So that's 2 weeks out to even get that into the dealership. And fortunately, I bought this car new with 7 miles on it. And it has a lifetime powertrain warranty. So I should be good to go, but it's looking like just getting the car back will be at least a month. And as you know, my backup car is not the green car here. It's a 1990 Dodge minivan, which I don't trust long trips. So everything's up in the air right now, but I will hopefully be at Mo Party in 2 weeks. I'll hopefully be at Jefferson the week after. So I'll keep you all posted. Keep watching my social media because I'm always posting there. People seem really interested in it. The links are in the description below. And if you have any comments or questions on this or anything else, you, of course, can leave it anywhere. I'll talk to you all soon. Stay safe.